This is the Bead Buster, a revolutionary new hand tool that makes the dismounting and mounting of tires quick and easy. This unique tool, invented by a farmer engineer in Western Australia, was developed and perfected over a 6-year period, and then tested under some of the most severe conditions in remote areas of the world. On August 25, 1988, this tool won first place in the Western Australia Invention of the Year competition for products in its category. It is now competing for the #1 spot nationally. This 10-pound tool, which fits into the palm of your hand, exerts 10 tons of pressure onto the tire bead, pushing it as much as 5.5 inches deep down into the well of the wheel. As you know, this is the most difficult step in the tire changing procedure. But Bead Buster makes it easy. The Bead Buster has 3 beveled tongues. One locks easily under the rim, while the other 2 push the bead into the well of the wheel. To help the beveled tongues slide between the rim and bead of the tire, a strike pad you hit with a hammer ensures that the tongues are in the proper position. Notice that a regular 1/2-inch ratchet wrench and a 1¼ inch socket used on the head of the Bead Buster gives the tool all the leverage necessary to place the tool 90 degrees to the rim. The Bead Buster can also be operated with an air gun for an even faster tire change. Simply set the tool at 90 degrees to the rim. Once in position, tighten the adjuster screw. The unique cam locking device will hold the Bead Buster at the 90-degree angle and lock it firmly to the rim. This adjustability allows the Bead Buster to be used on a large range of wheels and rims on vehicles such as tractors, backhoes, loaders, and graders, skid steer, bobcats, golf carts, and all-terrain vehicles. As most all-terrain vehicle or ATV owners know, changing these small tires can be a big problem. Mark Wolf from Berlin Tire Center, Wilson, North Carolina says, "We're starting to refuse to do them at any price. Our service rate is $18 per hour, and it's not unusual to charge $30 to do these little tires. A 1000 by 20 we do for $12.50. Lenny Gagnon from Mr. G's Tire, Goffstown, New Hampshire says, ATV tires by hand are virtually impossible to change. The Bead Buster makes them quite easy. Floyd Key, marketing manager of Duro Corporation, Dayton, Ohio, one of the largest manufacturers of small industrial and ATV tires in the world, says, I have seen people literally take a hacksaw to an ATV tire in order to get it off. Bead Buster is also used on all types of farm implements, including manure spreaders, forklift, and industrial mine vehicles, low-bed trailers, and tag-along trailers, truck tires, tube type and tubeless, 16 9x30 logger tires on some models of wheels, compactors such as Dynapacks, and military vehicles. Remember, military operations depend on fast deployment and mobility. The Bead Buster could literally prove to be a lifesaver. In addition, Bead Buster works on rough terrain forklifts, wheelbarrows, and many other vehicles, including passenger and pickup tires, of course. Talk about saving time and effort. With the Bead Buster, most of the time, you don't even have to take the wheels off the vehicle in order to change or repair tires. This is especially important if the wheel has heavy counterweights on it. On some machinery, a low loader or a large tractor tire, for example, there are 10 to 18 bolts that don't need to be removed if you use the Bead Buster. You not only save time, but you remove the risk of losing lug nuts or stripping bolts. When compared to a hydraulic or pneumatic tire tool, the Bead Buster does the job at less than 1/10 of the cost. Many large tractor tires are now manufactured with a pry notch next to the bead where it meets the rim. This makes a perfect point of easy entry for the Bead Buster. When you take a tire off, you have to put it back on.